welcome back to another episode of Trackside with Anthony Delpech. On Wednesday morning, we had the Hollywoodbets Sharks visit Somerville and learn a bit more about the back end of horse racing. And Anthony, it was nice to have them there at Somerville.
Yeah, it's nice to have sports people. I mean, that doesn't really understand racing, and it's fantastic to see how many of them, as big as they are, how nervous they are of a horse. And yeah, it's fantastic to get a little bit of insight too about their sport, and they find out a little bit about how we train and as jockeys and as horses, as athletes. Yeah, and it's good to bring them there to Somerville to actually just get involved. And obviously for racing we need young people coming through and not knowing anything about it to talk to other people about it, which is good for racing.
This weekend we'll be touching on Hollywoodbets Durbanville. On Saturday we receive the return of Charles Dickens in the Grade 3 Hollywoodbets Matcham Stakes, as well as Happy Chance in the Grade 3 Hollywoodbets Diana Stakes. Racing on Sunday takes place at Hollywoodbets Greyville on the turf. Don't forget about the Hollywoodbets Free to Play Punters Challenge. Good weekend's racing, hopefully it's a profitable one. We start off at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Saturday in race 6, the Grade 3 Hollywoodbets Matcham Stakes over 1400 metres, and my best bet on the card is number 3, Charles Dickens from the Candice Bass Robinson stable. Aldo Doma in the saddle, comes off a successful KZN campaign win the Grade 2 World Sports Betting Guineas, as well as the Grade 1 Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. This run will obviously bring him on, but he's unbeaten from 2 starts over this distance. And Anthony, it's exciting to see him back.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see him back, and yeah, it'll be. I think if anything's going to give him a bit of a cheek, would be most probably Give Me a Prince, you know. But I really do think he'll just be too strong for them in this race.
We move on to race 7, and it's the Grade 3 Hollywoodbets Diana Stakes over 1400 metres. The Hollywood Syndicate is represented by number 8, Happy Chance from the Brett Crawford stable. Louis Mkotwa in the saddle. She is Anthony's best bet on the card, and she would have come on from her last start.
Yeah, I think she would have come on a lot from her last run. She had a long break, and the last time she raced, the track was very wet and they all went towards the outside and things didn't really map out for her. But also saying that, she also needed the run quite badly. I just hope the second run is not going to tell, but if that's not a problem, I think she'll be a hard filly to beat.
I'm very happy with her, and I'm expecting a good run on Saturday.
Racing on Sunday takes place at Hollywoodbets Greyville, and we'll start off in race 4 with Anthony's best bet, number 1, Al Dante from the MJ Oudendal stable. Bernard Fade Herb makes a trip to ride, and he needed his last start and would have come on from the run.
Yeah, his last start was obviously way too short of his best trip, and I think it was more of giving him a run to get his fitness level up. I see it's Bernard's only ride for the day, so obviously MJ must have wanted Bernard to ride him. He's got a very good draw. I think he'll take a ton of beating. I think he'll be a fit horse, and from that draw, he'll be the horse they'll all have to beat.
And then number 7 on the card is Meet at the Windsor from the Garth Puller stable. Tristan Godden in the saddle. He was well beaten his last 2 starts over 1200. He won his only attempt over this distance, and hoping to see improvement.
Yeah, hoping to see some improvement. He's been a very disappointing horse, but saying that, he's run over 2 trips that's way too short of his best distance, and so he steps up to a mile where he should be competitive, but all we were hoping is for an improvement on his last 2 runs.
Race 5 on the card, the Hollywood Syndicate is represented by number 1, Vengeance Forever from the Ellison Wright stable. Kabelo Matsunyani in the saddle, carries a nice weight of 52 kg, steps up to 2-4, and hoping for a positive run.
Yeah, we're hoping for a positive run. Last time Tristan came back, he said the trip was too short, and I feel he is a better horse on the turf, and obviously stepping up in trip, I don't know about the 2400, but expecting him to run a good race, but he has been a bit disappointing.
If he settles, wouldn't be surprised to see him run into the money.
And this horse was very unlucky in his last start. He had to be eased because of a loose horse in the race, and he's distance suited, he's suited to the course, drawn well, and should be the horse to beat for me. Race 7 on the card is the Hollywood Foundation Merit Trade 84 handicap for the fillies and mares, and the Hollywood Syndicate is represented by 2 runners. Number 2, Mia Zathina from the Duncan Howell stable. Richard Free in the saddle. She was an easy winner when shedding a maiden tag over 1,000 metres on this course last time. It takes on stronger here.
Yeah, she does take on stronger, but I do believe that she's a filly that's on the up. And Richard chose to ride her rather than Empress Destiny, which was a bit strange for me. And obviously Richard, as agent, has done his homework. But I do believe that from a good draw, she'll have the run of the race, and I believe that she'll be the filly that they'll have to beat.
I think it's quite a competitive race, first time out the maidens, but I do feel at the weight she's capable of running into the first 4.
And then number 5 is Imperious Destiny from the Alison Wright stable. Kabila Matsunyani in the saddle. She's done nothing wrong today.
Yeah, she has done nothing wrong. My only concern is dropping back in trip to the 1200. I'm a little bit concerned that the 1200 will be a bit too sharp for her.
She's a filly that gives her all on race day, and provided it's not too quick for her, expect her to run into the money.